That's Canelo. And now we move on to the news.
And now with the news and pop culture. Okay.
The best in pop culture news. The Volcanic Podcast. Cast.
Okay.
All right.
All
so,
right.
What do we got first, Mo, in the news?
Hip hop has been blemished for a long time now. People who shouldn't have ghostwriters, Poster Boy Drake. Certain people like, I'm the best lyricist, then you find out somebody wrote all this shit.
Right.
Well, even though this mysterious person didn't claim they were the best lyricist, but they did scoff at the idea of ghostwriters. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about the one and only
Cardi B.
From the Bronx, too.
Damn, that hurts.
That hurts.
That fucking hurts.
That hurts.
It hurts.
But you know what? She sells fakeness. She was a stripper.
That's true.
And they sell you a dream.
That's true.
Okay. It came out, this guy, Party or whatever his fucking name is or some shit. Life of the Party. Himself. She got this new single out, Be Careful.
Right.
Apparently, a long time ago, he had an Instagram post where you heard the reference track of him basically doing her track. So people are saying that's the reference track to him ghosting her track. He's also credited as a writer on her track, and he's also credited as a writer on Kodak Yellow, her other hit.
Bodak Yellow.
Whatever. Fucking new people. Anyway. Yeah, Bodak Yellow. So, he's credited as a writer. And normally I would actually give her a pass on this.
Okay.
Normally, because if you don't say I'm the best lyricist or I'm a great rapper, then I don't really care.
Right.
Because then you're like, okay, you're not living this fraudulent lifestyle. You're not saying I'm the best, and then I find out someone wrote your whole catalog.
But she claims that she writes her own shit. She works hard. She busts her ass.
That's the problem.
Everything is genuine. Blood, sweat, and tears. Like, she's really trying to sell this role.
That's the problem. She just scoffed at the idea that she doesn't write her shit. And I'm like, bitch, you don't write your shit. It's all coming out now. And listen, I know your album's about to drop. I'm sure it'll do well because people don't care about that nowadays.
And you know why I think it's coming out? I have a little theory.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so you stopped your thesis on how to end racism just so you can have the Cardi B theory.
Yeah, I had to give that a pause for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to pause on ending racism, and I had to actually, put that to the side.
I agree. This is more important. This is hip hop.
And this is my theory. Now, when Cardi B first started out, she was stripping, right? Then she moved into Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. Blew her up.
Absolutely.
Blew up social media wise, right? The checks weren't coming in yet, but social media, she was blowing up big. And she said, you know what? Let me stop doing this show and let me pursue my music career, which happened last year, maybe a little before last year, maybe late 2 years ago into last year fully, right?
Yeah.
So she got a team called KSR Management. And KSR Management said, you know what? We're going to choose you and, we're going to roll with you. We're going to roll with you and we're going to roll hard.
Okay.
So they put a lot of energy into Cardi B, this KSR Management. And, it went really well. She did 2 mixtapes, right?
Yes.
And one of her hits from those mixtapes was Quarter Lick. When that Quarter Lick, and that's when she started performing, and she started getting bigger and bigger and bigger and big. So then she took it to the next level, and she was like, you know what? I need a new look. So she fixed her teeth. She got her like she got fancy gear. Like she looked the part. Like she looked like a bag.
Yeah, image change.
The point. So her complete image change.
It's understandable. A lot of people go through that.
And that worked.
Yeah.
Right? So
they always send you through the car wash.
Exactly.
The
exactly.
makeover.
And that's what they did. They went through the car wash. They went through the car wash. So, and again, KSR Management was behind all of this shit. They helped her to her transformation. And and then she got big. Like she hit big with Bodak Yellow. They went all out. They said professional music video, this, that, that. You know what I'm saying? Hard dude.
You talking about a video fucking VJ niggas from back in the day?
Exactly.
And then the video show time.
Yeah, so exactly. So that's that, right? So and then she hit really, really big. Mm-hmm. But something happened. See, when you start to blow up and you start to get real big, your your mind changes on certain things. You start switching up, not maybe for the bad, because normally when you start getting that bag, now you're getting real money, like you're touring with real people, right? Yeah. So I think she saw KSR as, you know what? You can't take me any further than what you've taken me now. Because you're trying, because you helped me cross over, right? Yeah. Into that stardom, but can you help me get to another level? You see, I was on the first floor. Mm-hmm. You took me to the second. Now, can you get me to the third? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
She probably was like, for me, the sky's the limit. To you, the limit's the sky.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That's just like that too. Oh my fucking
God. Bitch. Yo, that's so funny. So that's my point. So I think because she did switch managements. She switched to quality control management now. So she clearly switched managements, and they can take her to the next level because obviously quality control management is Offset's people, and they know that next level. They know the third floor. They live on the third floor. They sleep on the third floor. So they know how to maneuver her career. So my theory is as soon as she switched, she might not have done it the business wise that you should really do. You know what I mean? She didn't gracefully bow out. She might have just switched up, and maybe KSR felt a certain type of way, and they said, you know what? I'm not saying they put out the rumor. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, I'm not surprised that this shit is coming out now while she switched management groups, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened, though.
Okay.
I blame her management group.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. But I blame her management group.
KSR or quality control?
Both. I'm going to tell you what happens when you get into this industry.
Okay. Talk to me.
You like you said, she probably wrote some of her own mixtape stuff.
Yeah.
She probably wrote some of that stuff. She probably wrote most of it.
Right, yeah.
And then they're like, okay, what else you got? And she didn't have another hit for them. So they start putting pressure on you. And the first thing they do is they're like the fucking mafia, the music industry. So the music industry is like, hey, yeah, we need that record. The last one you tried to write wasn't. We can't put that out. We don't believe in it. Yo, but this dude over here who writes other stuff for some of our other artists, he got a perfect song for you. And as an artist, you're like, nah, I can write my own shit. Yo, no, you'll be able to write all your other shit. See, that's the lie. Because they're trying to open that Pandora's box. And once you open that Pandora's box, it can never close again.
Right.
And they're like, hey, why don't you
collaborate? Quote unquote, collaborate.
No, get him in there. No, he has a great song for you. It's great. All you have to do is take this one record. All right, let me hear it. Okay, here's the reference track, blah, blah, blah. Just rap it like he's rapping it. I got you. That'll be my one hit. All the rest is mine, right? Yeah. And then your next time you can't come, they start pressuring you. The funny thing about her album is,
it's coming out soon.
No, for the longest, not up until recently, she said she didn't even have an album ready. That's been her stance for a long time. And some people feel like they're pressuring her to release an album. So they even so like I said, her new single was written by that dude too.
Because you got to remember, she is in Atlantic Records, and the purpose of being on Atlantic Records, the whole point is, bitch, where's your album?
Of course, any record label. But then that's what they do. I remember. You just have to be strong enough to say no, because she has hits. She could have said no, but you got to be strong enough to say no. Years ago, this is old hip hop because I'm an old head. There's an old story about Third Base, right? Russell, it was either Russell or Lee or one of them called him. It was one of those guys over at Def Jam, and was like, because Eric B and Rakim weren't on Def Jam, but they're on Rush Management,
right?
And they were like, hey, can you guys Rakim barely showed up to the studio, and they were like, can you write something for Rakim? They asked MC Search that. Third Base that. And he was like, sure. So he wrote a record. Called up Eric B and Rakim and told them, yo, I got this record. Your label says it's taking you a long time. I got this hit record for you. You know what Eric B and Rakim did? Hung up the fucking phone.
Wow.
See, they were like, fuck you talking about? See, but a lot of artists don't got that machismo, that heart to be like, so once they open that door, you already took the money once. It's like getting paid off for something, throwing a fight or throwing a game.
Right.
You already did it once. What's the harm of doing it again for even more money?
Exactly, yeah.
And a lot of artists get into that.
And the thing is, so now I'm starting to think, because anything she's touching right now, it zooms.
Yeah.
So the track that she did with Bruno Mars, that went.
Well, anything Bruno Mars touches is gonna.
Yeah, plus with Cardi B, so that was crazy. Yeah. So she had Bodak Yellow and
which this other guy wrote, and her new record, supposedly he's credited with that too. So be careful, her new record that's smash is him too. He clearly writes hits for people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He one of those dudes, maybe he don't got the swag, or they just say like, yo, it's the same way. They probably told that he might have leaked them. Because they might have told this nigga, just write a couple hits. Write a couple hits for our different artists, right? And we'll put you on next. Sometimes they tell writers that.
That's true.
And then next thing you know, that person's already huge. So it's like, yo, no, just keep writing that person's shit. But what about me? When am I going to get my fame? I'm going to run out of hits to write because I'm writing everybody else's fucking hits.
Exactly.
And that happens too. So he might have been caught out there and be like, no, I want to be a star because I'm writing this shit. Let me release this old Instagram shit with the reference track in the background.
Exactly.
Because he released it.
Oh, wow.
It was one of his Instagram someone pointed out.
So maybe.
From like a year and a half ago with her new record.
So maybe she fired him?
So either the record labels are now playing hardball with him. Maybe her new management is like, we got enough people to write her hits.
Exactly.
We got more money. Offset can write her hits. They date.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or, so he might be like, all right, but I was promised a record deal from all this. Nah, son. You ain't getting shit.
You ain't getting nothing. Sorry, bro.
Boom.
Go back to the projects.
Boom. I deserve to be a star. Same thing happened with the whole Drake shit. That motherfucker was like, that's mean. I got the reference track. Let me get this shit to flex. Let me release some of this shit and tell this nigga's not writing all his shit. Because we have fallen out. You know what I'm saying? That happens all the time. And Cardi B might just be caught up in that bullshit now.
So that's Cardi B in a nutshell.